Sitar has been my coping mechanism. And any bad day at school, I would come home and just like practice it out, like let my emotions flow. For me, sitar really helped. Music in general really helped to tackle and cope with, anxiety. Hey everyone, this is Rishab Rikhiram Sharma. I'm a sitarist and a music producer, and everyone knows me as a sitar for mental health guy. My first memory of music is probably this. Being surrounded by instruments, musical instruments, watching the construction of musical instruments. But I would wake up to these beautiful sounds of music, and often my dad just hammering the frets. So it was like very interesting to me that there's so much noise that goes into making something so beautiful. In my family, there's a tradition that all the kids would go through vocal lessons, Indian classical vocal lessons. And my dad put both of us, like my brother and I, for these lessons. And then I picked up the guitar when I was like 9 years old, because it was just a cool instrument. Everyone was like obsessed with the guitar. So I also started playing and got pretty good at it. The first encounter with the sitar was when this broken shipment came from, I think it was from Singapore or somewhere. And it was a smaller sitar. It's a studio sitar which my dad made for Ravi Shankar ji. That sitar is not made yet. And I was just like very scared child, because sitar was a very hyped up instrument that it requires you to be a certain way. You have to be a very pure person. It was just like stories I was cooking up in my head. But also my dad was like, don't touch it, because either you're gonna break the strings or you're gonna break yourself. But that one day, I was seeing that sitar, and I asked my dad, Baba, can I try it? This one's already broken. How much more can I break it? So he was open to it. He's like, okay, chalo, you give it a shot. And then I was just there. I was just playing it, and within minutes I figured out Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni Sa, and I was playing some popular music, and he was impressed. He was like, okay, I see you, and okay, from tomorrow your lessons start. You have potential. So my dad was my first teacher, and that's how I began playing the sitar. When I went to Guruji, and he would spend hours sitting down with me, and that's when I realized, such a big personality, such a dignitary is spending so much time teaching me. I must have something or some potential and some responsibility that I have to take this forward and promote this and make this my life. I was taking it pretty lightly as a child, because I was immature. I was like, I didn't understand the gravity of the situation, and how big of a responsibility is it that I'm carrying my family tradition on one shoulder and my guru's tradition on the other shoulder. So there's two traditions that I have to take forward. And with Sitar for Mental Health, I'm trying to generate more awareness and generate more conversations to destigmatize and just talk about mental health, just like on a human basis. Remove, if you're a man or a woman or anyone, mental health is something that concerns everyone. No one's immune from mental health issues. Ever since I was a child, sitar has been my coping mechanism. And any bad day at school, I would come home and just like practice it out, like let my emotions flow. So for me, sitar really helped. Music in general really helped to tackle and cope with anxiety mostly. And I wanted to promote sitar and Indian classical music as a coping mechanism for people to take up. Like if you listen to sitar and you feel better, so that's good. That's sitar for mental health. Like if I can get even one audience member to go home and like just look up mental health, that's a win for me. See, I used to be that man who would look down upon mental health like that. And I had to learn it the hard way, because I went through my own episodes of anxiety and depression that I had to tackle and understand the value and you have to be responsible for your own mental health as much as your physical health, So it's equally important, if not more. I understood like what I was feeling, I've been going through all of that, but like it didn't come to my conscious that okay, this is what I'm feeling and this is what's happening to me and this is how I react to it. When you're going through anxiety, you just your relationships also get affected, like how you talk to your parents, how you talk to your friends, everything gets, you don't eat properly, it's just like it's a whole it's a pattern. If you can see, I was at a zenith when I realized, okay, this is what's happening to me and I have to reach out for help. And I saw a therapist, and and I also, at that time, I wasn't playing much. Even to like play sitar, I needed some push and some motivation. And I wasn't practicing enough. And when I went back to practicing, that's when I realized, sitar is my happy place. This is what makes me happy. I'm very grateful for the support system that I have, the friends that I surround myself with, that were very supportive, and they were also they also encouraged that I go and seek out help. When you don't feel good, see someone. So that's one thing I also want to promote, that don't be shy to reach out for help. It only makes you stronger. It doesn't make you look weak. I think some people might call it mansplaining, but see, when someone's clearly going through something, and also in my relationships, it's a very icy ground, because you often don't know how to maneuver in a relationship, or just to know like how you are feeling and what you're going through, what your triggers are. So you have to be very careful with your words. So I think like how you talk, how you just say things has to be just check. Just keep a check on that, at least. That's something that I've faced. I can only talk from experience. And the most you can do when someone's like anxious or depressed, you can just be there for them at all times and make your presence felt, that I'm there for you. You cannot fix them. You cannot, don't expect yourself to be, oh, I'm going to fix them. You can just be there for them and give them what they need. If they want love, give them love. If they want reassurance, no matter what it is. And then when you see that something's like getting out of hand, just tell them, just seek help. Leave it to the professionals.